What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. So there was a rumored OCG ban list a bit ago. We're going to see if any of that holds some truth. There were buyouts based on it. Things happen. I haven't got to look at this yet. I am pretty dang excited for the implications that could come to the TCG. But always remember, we are two completely different and separate ban lists, aka Strato, SHURIT, all the awesome things that the OCG has a hold of that are not banned for them that are for us. Construct, anybody? Yeah, so do keep that in mind as we head into this ban list, but there maybe there's some things. So let's go ahead and see. They hit both cannon soldiers. So a lot of people were just saying, oh, Konami's not gonna hit the real problem, they're not gonna hit cannon soldier, the fixes we want, the fixes we'll get. Toon gone and regular gone. I did not think I would see the day where both cannon soldiers were banned on any list. I figured they would just keep dancing around it. They would just keep hitting other things, but wow. I guess they recognize, Summoner Monk's a thing. There's multiple ways to get this out. We just don't want this to be a thing, and Firewall's got to get protected, it looks like, as the other card gone is Explosion! Explosion is completely gone to Konosuba. Reference if you didn't get it, if you don't watch enough anime. So this is pretty awesome. I like these hits. Rest in peace, Toon Cannon Soldier. You might want to sell your TP7s now, but I think it's TP7, but do keep in mind that the lists are completely separate. This may not be a Konami USA answer or thing. We'll see as time carries on. I think it's good hits. Overall, I don't think too much more needed to be banned, and Degeneracy gone, I'm a fan of that. OCG, we're not playing around over here. We'll come back to this in a bit. We have our limited, put to 1. I think this is everything. We got Astrograph, Harmonizing, nice. Electromite is a surprise. They said you only get one of these. This is what's degenerate, being able to loop these over and over. This is a big hit early on. Hornet to 1. They're already hitting the Sky Striker / Brandish Maidens. They're already sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they hit this early. Wow. I know they've had a little longer to play with it, but that still feels pretty dang fast. And then their set rotation finally goes to 1 also to match ours. So Astrograph to 1 and Electromite to 1 is interesting. This way, the loop stops here, but it's the more expensive card, or was for our meta. We still have the Megaton, so the immediate answer perhaps based on money in the USA, maybe on sales, maybe on future product. Astrograph seemed to be the answer for Konami to just be straight up banned, but here they give a really good balance. I personally like our list a little more. I like having Electromite at 3 because you're able to continue up hills with other Pendulum decks. I think this actually is more damage overall to the archetype, leaving Astrograph at 1. You can only do your crazy shenanigans once. I personally would rather have 3 Electromite than this if I'm a Pendulum duelist. Now, for leveling the deck, that does a really great job for Japan, and we'll see how that actually plays out for them, leaving the 1 Astrograph. Am I wrong? Is 1 Astrograph, 1 Electromite better than 3 Electromite, no Astrograph? What do you guys think in the comment section down below? Is it better for Pendulums first, and is it healthier for a metagame second? Well, I'm going to be Team 3 Electromite for being better for Pendulums, but for health, it seems to have done the job as well. All right. They get 2 Construct. We have none. They get 2. Why not? And Winda goes to 2. Interesting trade-off there. I don't know that Winda was any lower. Let me know in the comment section down below, but I'm pretty sure that's a new limit here. Interesting. Construct can be at 2. What a time to be alive. Spiral Gear drone to 2. I think it was at 1 for them. Terror Top! Oh, Terror Top to 2, boys. Oh, we're living in a bold new world. This is actually awesome. We go down and we see Disc Commander's errata. And not the biggest deal to see it come back with its errata to 2. it's garbage now. It can go straight to 3. It's similar to Brain Control. It just doesn't have many uses. Terratop's pretty exciting, and so is E-Telly here. Wow, they're really shaking it up. I am personally a huge fan of Terratop. I believe it got hit for the wrong reasons. Although it's always been relatively good, it was helping you make a negate with Totem Bird in certain decks. It could, oh man, I'm busted in BA, Dante. Yeah, okay, it was good in BA, but like, BA wasn't doing much during that format. Realistically, Invoker, I think, was the degenerate card that needed to go because it enabled other FTKs, and Invoker just seems oh so good, but Terratop kind of died for its sins, and it's nice to see it recognized and back to 2. I know one happy Speedroid player in my Discord that's definitely going to like this change. But again, TCG implications, maybe it would be nice. Construct to 2. This is actually insane. So we were actually discussing why Konami hit this, and it's because Construct limits the future creation of light monsters. It actually limits what they can do graveyard-wise, as long as, Shaddoll Fusion as a resource and Construct as a resource. It kind of limits the future of light monsters thanks to Shaddoll Fusion, and it seems like it's just not that big of a problem for the OCG. At 3, well, I don't think we had Ice Spell restricted at any point, or Cardinamize. SHURIT? Are you serious? SHURIT to 3? That's actually insane that they can do that over there. Is there another limit on that deck that's allowing this? Like, what is happening? SHURIT to 3 is actually nuts to see that return. That is, I want to be playing over there and testing this deck. That's actually really cool. And we see Heritage to 3 along with Mathman and Cardinamize. We didn't have a limit on Cardinamize ever. Seems like they're okay with it back. We got Mathman at 3. It's a good thing. I don't think eating that normal summon's the biggest deal for your resource game for Foolish. We got Curious now. We have other cards doing it. It's not like it's Lavavel Chain or anything. And the Heritage is an interesting one overall, being at 3 again for them as well. So, my favorite changes here. SHURIT by far. That's actually nuts. Construct to 2. They're really taking it back. They're letting their nostalgia fly. And I like this change a lot, actually. Electromite and Asher. Now, Hornet to 1 already. It's not engage. It's interesting because you can recur this with Kaguri, right? So, like, it doesn't necessarily limit what you can do in a turn, but I do think when you had access to Double Hornet, it helped you get into the Nightmare boards a lot easier. So seeing this hit already does tell you that it's the advantage helper. It helps them bypass having to normal. And they already have, I believe, access to the Wind link as well. So they were going up through a lot more than we were. It's interesting to see that they decided this is the problem, but it starts to make sense once the wheels turn. Activating Double Hornet, whenever I do that, even in my Spiral deck, ends up helping me out pretty nicely. So it is a nice hit overall. And the ban cards, degenerate cards all around. Nice to see them go, in my opinion, but so long from MRD. It's been a long time coming for you guys, and I guess Firewall had to do it to you. I'm a big fan of this list. I think this is pretty dang awesome. It's nice. I'm a little jealous sometimes when I see stuff like SHURIT to 3, Construct to 2. But at the same time, I have to realize we are playing a different game completely. Sometimes different rules. Thanks, Call the Haunted. So, in my opinion, the grass is always greener, right? They have grass at 3 too. It's always going to be greener on the other side. But for me, at the same time, sometimes I'm not jealous when I look in at their formats and see the top percentages and like how they had to deal with Spiral in a different way than we had to deal with Spirals. They had to deal with Zoo in a different way than we had to deal with Zoo. Like, I'm not always envious of their formats, but when I see their ban list, I definitely am a little envious of the certain games that they'll get to play. But there's give and take there, and of course these are huge fan favorites, so a lot of people are gonna be fans of these being championed back out into decks. But what do you guys think overall of this list? Would you think 3 SHURIT over here would actually be nuts, or would it be okay as long as we keep like Unicorn to 1? Would it be okay? I'm torn there. That's actually pretty crazy. Talking about all that new ritual support coming out. Wow. And Construct at 2, does this actually prevent the future of light cards and their design in the graveyard, or is it okay at this point? Has Power Creep and Master Rule 4 made this okay to happen? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. And what do you think will transfer over to our list, if anything, from here? Will Electromite after the Megatons be at 1 or 2? Will Hornet be the first thing hit for our Sky Strikers? I'm starting to think so. This is actually... I did not think of the different ways to hit it. We were talking about maybe Kaguri being the one to get hit, but this is a very good middle ground that definitely will test the deck and its ability to hit the field with pressure and hit anything. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this. This is pretty insane news, and I definitely do want to hear your thoughts. I'll be looking at it throughout the day as I pick bulk. I got no sleep schedule.